Anyway, here's the thing. The phone cut off there. I ran out of time, so I had to upload the first part of this, and this is the second part anyway. Basically, it's like this. Um, I think the first go around was a test. They wanted to find out what percentage of the people they could trick into going along, or bully into going along. And they also wanted to identify those who they would consider good citizens who obey them, and those people like me who they would consider bad citizens who would disobey them. And so that's already been done, now. And now some of the people who they would be considered good citizens in the past because they complied, some of those people are now like me because they've seen that it was scam. And so what's happened is they've come over to my point of view, and so I think there'll be more people not participating, but I think those of us who don't participate are going to suffer severe consequences. We're going to be cracked down on a lot harder than we were last time. In Canada now we have political prisoners. That's a thing now, you know. We have people on trial facing a decade in prison on essentially trumped up charges. There's just too many things going on that aren't right. Now, I know my refusal to participate in lockdowns and other things is going to affect my relationships with other people. I know several people who believe in all this stuff, and it's definitely going to affect my relationships with them, at least temporarily. It did affect my relationships with some people before, including people in my own family, when I refused to participate in various things that were being required or mandated or whatever. And that's going to happen. That will continue to happen. I got yelled at in stores. I got threatened in stores. I got threatened online. I even had a nurse from Washington State on a public Facebook forum tell me that her and her co-workers at the hospital where she works hate people like me, and that when people like me come to their hospital, they make sure that those people don't walk out alive. I actually had a nurse say that. Basically told me that her and her colleagues murder people like me if we go to the hospital. So, this is pretty serious stuff anyway, but the thing of it is, my belief about all this is that this is all part of the bringing in or the implementation of this new world order, that they want to bring in this 15-minute city nightmare. You will own nothing and be happy. You will eat bugs. You will buy 3 articles of clothing per year. You will not leave your zone without permission. You will carry papers like they had to do in Nazi Germany, and like the Negro people had to do in apartheid Africa, and so on, like they had to do in the Eastern Bloc countries. The papers probably won't be paper anymore because the technology has advanced. Since those societies collapsed, it'll probably now be all digital on your cell phone or in a chip that would be attached to your body or implanted in your body or whatever, But anyway, here's the thing. The self-checkout stands in the stores, I believe that's all part of the same thing. I even believe that the debit cards from the banks that we use to make purchases, where they just take the money out of your account, I believe that was the very beginning of the implementation of the cashless society, which is part and parcel of this new society they want to create. And I mean, those things came out in the late 1980s. At least in my area they did. I may have been out even before that in other areas, but I only saw them in the late 80s to start with. But anyway, I refuse to participate in anything that I believe is a part of that, because I believe that that is part of the beast system. The picture just froze up again there. I believe that's part of the beast system, and because I believe in God, my conscience won't allow me to participate. Plus, like I say, I saw all the nonsensical stuff. I saw all the corruption. I saw the pictures of high-ranking politicians partying on rooftops and in restaurants and so on, maskless, where they're trying to tell us we got to wear these things. If this was a real thing, it would have got them too, yet they didn't seem too scared of it, you know. So there's all that. And then on top of that, like I say, there's just the fact that my conscience won't let me participate. I also can't physically wear a mask. If I try to wear a mask, I have issues with my breathing. And my fingertips will go numb, my lips will go numb. I'll see black spots, I'll get dizzy and weak. Within a couple of minutes of putting one of those things on, I'll get that way. I've tried to use masks when I was cleaning chicken coops for a former employer, and also when I was doing woodworking, when I was sanding wood and whatnot, and I just wasn't able to do it. So anyway, the bottom line is this. Even if I wanted to do it, I really couldn't safely wear one. I'd be liable to pass out somewhere if I did. But I wouldn't wear one anyway. Now, when my kidneys failed,